Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to talk about another poem by Robert Frost. Its title is The Road Not Taken. Previously we discussed his poem Nothing Gold Can Stay, and we concluded that it was about the inevitable natural process of change. This poem, The Road Not Taken, was first published in 1916 in the volume of poems entitled Mountain Interval. It is one of Frost's most popular and beloved poems. Here, the poet's creative faculty gets enlivened when he faces the problem of having to choose one of the two roads at a bifurcation. The poet takes his chance and comments upon the difficulty and importance of making a choice. Let's see how the poet develops his thought through the poem. Stanza 1. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. In the course of his journey through woods, the traveller has reached a point where the road gets split into two different roads, each one leading to a different direction. The traveller is confused and bewildered. His inner curiosity urges him to explore both the roads, but he knows that it is impossible and he has to make his choice before moving forward. At that junction, that forking point, he keeps standing and looking at one of the roads till it bends and disappears in the woods. The confusion in his mind is to decide which one is the right path for him. The yellow woods suggest the mature season of autumn when leaves turn yellow and begin to fall. Stanza 2. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. The traveller decides to take the other one that seems to him equally good, and in a way he finds it to be preferable as it appears to be less frequented. So, in a way, he is asserting his individualism here. The grass on it indicates that it still needs to be used. It has not been chosen by many travelers, but then immediately he realizes that there is no actual difference between the two. One looks like the other. The poet at this point wants the reader understand that choice in life is not an easy matter, and a person has to deal with ambiguities and doubts while choosing something. Stanza 3. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. The more the traveller thinks about and looks for signs, the more he gets confused, as he fails to determine which road is more suitable for him. Apparently, there seems to be no difference. That morning he is perhaps the first one to reach that point, as he finds both the roads covered with fallen yellow leaves, and there is no indication which road has been preferred by other travelers who have passed this way before this traveler. But he cannot keep standing over there forever. He has to move forward and finally makes his choice and takes the second road. Still, he faces some inner conflict as he finds himself unable to suppress his desire to explore the other road too. He secretly wishes to return to that point one day later in life and travel the other road which he is not choosing now. But being a mature, sensible person, he knows the pattern of life very well. He understands that life is a constant onward journey and one road leads to another. He apprehends that he will very soon lose his way in the maze of life, hence, it would be impossible for him to return to the present point and redo his choice. If he chooses one and leaves the other, his decision may prove irrevocable. Stanza 4. I shall be telling with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. In these lines, the narrator presents before the reader a situation that appears to be far ahead in future. The traveler has made his choice and is now ready to move along with his chosen path. In his mind, he thinks of a time in distant future when he will be thinking about this point and telling others about his choice. The use of the word sigh in this stanza creates ambiguity, and the reader is left in a state of doubtfulness. He is unable to determine whether the traveler feels satisfied or dissatisfied about his choice. We come to the conclusion that our choices at different points determine and shape our lives. Whatever we become or wherever we reach in our lives has all been a game of choice. And as the traveler sums it up, our choices make all the difference. After reading the poem, we have a feeling that the poet here is not concerned about the choices being good or bad. We get a message that we should stand by our choices and face the consequences, be they favorable or otherwise, and we should avoid ifs and buts in life as they bring regrets which give a bitter taste to our lives. Frost himself says that he wrote this poem about Edward Thomas, his English poet friend, who was killed in the First World War quite early in his lifetime. This poem consists of 4 stanzas with 5 lines in each stanza, and it has a rhyme scheme of A B A A B. The important message that the poet wants to give is that the choices we make have an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, we may regret it, but we cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making choices. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.